A greeting from Peter, an apostle of Jesus Christ. To the elect who are exiles of the dispersion throughout Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia, chosen according to the foreknowledge of God the Father and sanctified by the Spirit for obedience to Jesus Christ and sprinkling by his blood. Grace and peace be yours in abundance. A living hope. Blessed be the God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ. By his great mercy he has given us new birth into a living hope through the resurrection of Jesus Christ from the dead, and into an inheritance that is imperishable, undefiled and unfading, reserved in heaven for you, who through faith are shielded by God's power for the salvation that is ready to be revealed in the last time. In this you greatly rejoice, though now for a little while you may have had to suffer grief and various trials, so that the proven character of your faith, more precious than gold, which perishes even though refined by fire, may result in praise, glory, and honor at the revelation of Jesus Christ. Though you have not seen him, you love him, and though you do not see him now, you believe in him and rejoice with an inexpressible and glorious joy, now that you are receiving the goal of your faith, the salvation of your souls. Concerning the salvation, the prophets who foretold the grace to come to you searched and investigated carefully, trying to determine the time and setting to which the Spirit of Christ in them was pointing when he predicted the sufferings of Christ and the glories to follow. It was revealed to them that they were not serving themselves but you, when they foretold the things now announced by those who preach the gospel to you by the Holy Spirit sent from heaven. Even angels long to look into these things.
A call to holiness, therefore prepare your minds for action. Be sober-minded, set your hope fully on the grace to be given you at the revelation of Jesus Christ. As obedient children, do not conform to the passions of your former ignorance, but just as he who called you is holy, so be holy in all you do, for it is written, be holy, because I am holy. Since you call on a Father who judges each one's work impartially, conduct yourselves in reverent fear during your stay as foreigners, for you know that it was not with perishable things such as silver or gold that you were redeemed from the empty way of life you inherited from your forefathers, but with the precious blood of Christ, a lamb without blemish or spot. He was known before the foundation of the world, but was revealed in the last times for your sake. Through him you believe in God, who raised him from the dead and glorified him, and so your faith and hope are in God, the enduring word. Since you have purified your souls by obedience to the truth, so that you have a genuine love for your brothers, love one another deeply from a pure heart, for you have been born again, not of perishable seed, but of imperishable, through the living and enduring word of God. For all flesh is like grass, and all is glory like the flowers of the field. The grass withers and the flowers fall, but the word of the Lord stands forever. And this is the word that was proclaimed to you.
The living stone and chosen people. Rid yourselves therefore of all malice, deceit, hypocrisy, envy, and slander like newborn babies. Crave pure spiritual milk so that by it you may grow up in your salvation. Now that you have tasted that the Lord is good, as you come to him, the living stone, rejected by men, but chosen and precious in God's sight. You also, like living stones, are being built into a spiritual house to be a holy priesthood, offering spiritual sacrifices acceptable to God through Jesus Christ. For it stands in Scripture, I lay in Zion a stone, a chosen and precious cornerstone, and the one who believes in him will never be put to shame. To you who believe, then the stone is precious, but to those who do not believe. The stone the builders rejected has become the cornerstone, and a stone of stumbling and a rock of offense. They stumble because they disobey the word, and to this they were appointed. But you are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a people for God's own possession, to proclaim the virtues of him who called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. Once you were not a people, but now you are the people of God. Once you had not received mercy, but now you have received mercy. Beloved, I urge you as foreigners and exiles to abstain from the desires of the flesh which war against your soul. Conduct yourselves with such honor among the Gentiles, that though they slander you as evildoers, they may see your good deeds and glorify God on the day he visits us. Submission to authorities. Submit yourselves for the Lord's sake to every human institution, whether to the king as the supreme authority, or to governors as those sent by him to punish those who do wrong and to praise those who do right. For it is God's will that by doing good you should silence the ignorance of foolish men. Live in freedom, but do not use your freedom as a cover up for evil. Live as servants of God. Treat everyone with high regard. Love the brotherhood of believers. Fear God, honor the king. Servants, submit yourselves to your masters with all respect, not only to those who are good and gentle, but even to those who are unreasonable. Or if anyone endures the pain of unjust suffering because he is conscious of God, this is to be commended. How is it to your credit if you are beaten for doing wrong and you endure it? But if you suffer for doing good and you endure it, this is commendable before God. Christ's example of suffering. For to this you were called, because Christ also suffered for you, leaving you an example that you should follow in his footsteps. He committed no sin, and no deceit was found in his mouth. When they heaped abuse on him, he did not retaliate. When he suffered, he made no threats, but entrusted himself to him who judges justly. He himself bore our sins in his body on the tree, so that we might die to sin and live to righteousness. By his stripes you are healed. For you were like sheep going astray, but now you have returned to the shepherd and overseer of your souls. Wives and husbands, in the same way, submit yourselves to your husbands, so that even if they refuse to believe the word, they will be won over without words by the behavior of their wives when they see your pure and reverent demeanor. Your beauty should not come from outward adornment, such as braided hair, gold jewelry, or fine clothes, but from the inner disposition of your heart, the unfading beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is precious in God's sight. For this is how the holy women of the past adorn themselves. They put their hope in God and were submissive to their husbands, just as Sarah obeyed Abraham and called him Lord. And you are her children if you do what is right and refuse to give way to fear. Husbands, in the same way, treat your wives with consideration as a delicate vessel, and with honor as fellow heirs of the gracious gift of life, so that your prayers will not be hindered. Turning from evil. Finally, all of you be like-minded and sympathetic. Love as brothers, be tender-hearted and humble. Do not repay evil with evil or insult with insult, but with blessing, because to this you were called, so that you may inherit a blessing. For whoever will love life and see good days must keep his tongue from evil and his lips from deceitful speech. He must turn from evil and do good. He must seek peace and pursue it. For the eyes of the Lord are on the righteous, and his ears are inclined to their prayer. But the face of the Lord is against those who do evil. Who can harm you if you are zealous for what is good?
Everybody, we're back. You saw the thumbnail. You saw the title. You know what we're about to do. Shout out to everybody. Happy Monday to you all. Prayerfully, all of the ladies in the chat had a wonderful Mother's Day, if that applied. Hopefully, you all had a wonderful Mother's Day, whether it be celebrating your wife or your mother, celebrating your grandmother, or mothers in the church, or just women who have sown into your life. Hopefully, you were able to celebrate somebody on yesterday, even though I don't know why, but one of my kids didn't give my mom her card. So my mom's card is still sitting here on my desk. Anyway, hopefully, even then, hopefully you had a great Mother's Day. Shout out to everybody. We got a great show planned. We got a lot of good people up in the building already. We got Eric already starting the party off right. What did he say? May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace as you trust in him. We could actually stop right there. We can shut the show down right there. That's it, Eric. Thank you so much for that. Eric, shut the show down, ladies and gentlemen. Grace and peace. He said this, so that you may overflow with hope by the power of the Holy Spirit. Romans 15:13. Thank you so much, sir, not only for the gracious super chat, but also for kicking us off with what a very positive and encouraging word. Shout out to the best live chat on the internet. We got them already up in the building already. We got already Texas Mamas up in here. Amethyst is up in here. I see y'all. I see you. Shout out to you. Thank you so much, Caleb. I appreciate you, brother, for stopping through. There we go. There you go. Present, not perfect. Always dropping the green heart grenades because he's a member. And those are those members emojis that he's using. Shout out to him. Thank you so much, Jenny. I appreciate you. Good morning, blessed people. We are happy to have you come through with us. What's going on? Angela, she says she's number 4. Good morning to you. Shout out to you. Good morning. All the way from Florence, Kentucky. You know what? I'm going to have to find Florence, Kentucky. You've got me. You know what? I got my screen open over here. That's not too far away. Kentucky, you know what? Some men at my church were going to do is it the Bourbon Trail or something? And I know it's in Kentucky. No. I'll take that back. It was Craig, my college roommate, wanted to do the Bourbon Trail. You know what? I might have to go to Kentucky. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. You got me thinking about Kentucky this morning. I don't even drink, but I might go up there. Y'all had the Derby this weekend, didn't y'all? Wasn't that this weekend or sometime soon? Shout out to, there she goes, Edie in the building. Good to see you, Edie. Thank you so much for following on through. Thank you so much. Nice word of encouragement. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. Absolutely. Thank you so much. I see you over there. Billy Marie, how are you? Good to see you. All these good folk. Thank you so much to everybody who's already jumped into the best live chat, saying what's up to your people. Saying what's there's so many of y'all. Shout out for sure. I really do appreciate it. There she goes, Nurse Janice. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see. I love the new profile pic. There you go. We got supermodels up in here. All right. There we go. Yes, please. Absolutely. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. What'd you say right here? Good morning, Teddy. Teddy says he's number 20. There we go. What's going on? How are you, Mo? Thank you so much for following through. Y'all, we got some fun stuff to talk about, but I do want to say thank you all to every last one of you all who have been helping me with my goal this month of hitting. I'm trying to beat Wise from a righteous perspective. We're trying to get to 150,000 likes before he does. He's ahead of your boy. He's ahead of me. And I knew I was in trouble when I picked this fight with him. But anyway, thank y'all to everybody who's been watching the videos, liking the videos. It means a lot. So I'm really glad that y'all been doing that. Thank you so much. The ramifications are whoever gets to 150 first, the second place has to buy or gift 100 memberships. So I'll probably end up having to gift those memberships. But guess what? We're gonna find a way over here as well. So or we could just be winners. We could be winners. How about that? We can hit 150,000. So I do want to say thank y'all so much for watching the videos this weekend. You all really tapped in. So thank you so much, and hitting the like button. It means a lot. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Also want to say thank y'all so much for raiding the merch store. Y'all been picking up some shirts, man. I appreciate it. I got my Keymon Time shirt on today because my daughter wouldn't bring it down the other day, right? So anyway, thank y'all for raiding the merch store. There is going to be some new merch coming up soon. I believe it's going to be our 4th of July drop. So just letting you know ahead of time. But thank you so much for popping in, grabbing a shirt, all that kind of good jazz. If you like it, let me know, please. Send me a picture. I would love to, if you want, I can use you as a model on the merch store. So let me know if you picked up something, you really like it, snap a pic, send it to management, jwitt@jwitt.com. I really appreciate it. Or tag me. I'm going to say tag me on Instagram. I got to pray because that means I got to go to Instagram. Or just shoot me an email, please. Help your boy out. You know I'm not going to go over to Instagram. You know I'm not going to do it. I try, but it just doesn't happen. It just doesn't. What's going on with you this morning, folks? All right. We're going to ease into this pain. We're going to ease into this pain. Y'all know, stretch your hands toward Fulton County. We got to pray for Fulton County. So Fulton County in the current moment, they are in the Democratic primary for District 5 commission seat. And there's 4, I think they're actually very, very intelligent women. I've been checking them out. There's 4 women running on the Democratic platform. I don't know why they're Democrats, because they seem like they really got it together. But I digress there. No shots fired at any of them. So there's 4 women that are competing right now, and they are out there grinding. They are every weekend. They're in somewhere, all that kind of stuff. You go to the Facebook page, it's all over the place. But on the Republican side, there is no Republican, because the county has been known to be a very strong Democrat stronghold. So Republicans don't really even tap in. So sadly, I don't know how. Lord, this is one of those questions I really want to ask the Lord when I get to heaven. Somehow or another, Tiffany Henyard has gotten herself here in Fulton County qualified, and I'm gonna use that word very loosely, qualified to run as county commissioner here in Fulton County as a Republican. And it's gonna be a mess. It's just gonna be a mess. There's nothing else I can say about it. But and I have a video coming up on this today, because today's Monday. You know, I like to do those mayoral shenanigans Mondays. So you may have remembered back when she was up in Dalton, Illinois, she ran out on the landlord that she was renting her place from, and ended up getting a $10,000 judgment against her because she didn't show up to court. Well, of course, what do you think happened? She went up there to appeal, and the judge vacated the judgment. So the woman was gonna get her $10,000, but now she's not getting the $10,000. Now they gotta go to court. So I'm gonna pull in this. This is such a grimy video, and I just want to play this because I really want people from Fulton County. I don't live in Cobb County though. Wait. I live in Cobb County. I don't live in Fulton County. I mean, it would be fun to do just on GP alone, but I don't live in Fulton. I live in Cobb. Now, if she brought her dusty self up here to Cobb, I would definitely unequivocally take you up on that. Oh, that would be hilarious. Anyway, she did one of these pork chop parking lot podcasts where she's standing in the parking lot screaming and acting ridiculous. And I really want people from Fulton County, so share this with people from Fulton. I really want them to see, like, this is the person that could potentially represent you in the Fulton County Commission. I really want people to see that, because you know it's going to be a dumpster fire. You know this. And I also want the GOP Republican people as well say, hey, if y'all co-sign this woman, this is the person that y'all co-sign. So let me bring this in. I don't think it's a super long video, but it is such a shit.
All right.
Bring this back in.
Now, hey y'all. Hey. You know I got to do it for you.
Gosh, what makes me? What does it say? Just rent an apartment there. He said it. That's a good point. That's a good point. That actually wouldn't be the worst thing I've heard. I hadn't thought about that, actually. Shout out. Okay, let's go check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Green hearts in the chat when you can hear.
Hey, this is Tiffany Henyard, the People's Super Mayor, aka the new commissioner of Fulton County. Yeah, I'm claiming that. But I just want to get on here and talk to you guys because we just had court today, and court was always successful as always. But I want to just give y'all some facts to what's going on. So, don't y'all know how the fake news, or that's why I call them fake news, went on the news and wrote that I had a $10,000 judgment against me? $10,000 judgment against me, right?
But you did.
Guess what? That's what they didn't tell y'all. It got vacated. Ah! Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Ah! So,
no, you did have a $10,000 judgment. You just left from court. Like, when she did this video, she had just left from court. So it's not like they're going to report it like instantaneously or anything of that nature. But ma'am, you did have a $10,000 judgment. That wasn't fake news. That wasn't a lie. You did. Now the judge did vacate it. I disagree with him for why he did it, but you know, but There's a lot of things I disagree with.
I bet you they're not gonna report that. Fake news. So I just wanted to tell y'all that, jump on here real quick and tell y'all that the $10,000 judgment got vacated in court, just so you know how it worked, right? So we had court scheduled and we didn't show up to the court.
Why not?
And she received a default judgment. Default judgment, for those that don't understand what a default judgment is. When the other party don't show up to court, the party that's there, it goes in their favor. The judge only gives it to that person. We didn't have our day in court as it relates.
Maybe we need to talk about that. Why did you not show up for court? Now she's going to say she had a family emergency, but as far as I can tell, that's hogwash. But let's continue.
To get to argue our defense or anything like that, they just gave it to that individual. So then the fake news, the people that's obsessed with me, like I play my song, Why You So Obsessed With Me, that part, right? The fake news go and take that and report, oh, Tiffany Henry got a $10,000 judgment on her. He didn't even use the word default judgment, right? He just say, she got a $10,000 judgment. No, it only happened because we did show up to court, which we had a family emergency, and we didn't come to Illinois because we do not live in Illinois. I keep telling y'all that. We live in Georgia. So when they put that out, my lawyer went and basically filed papers 2 days after that. And guess what? Fake news didn't tell y'all that neither, did he? No. So after 2 days after that, it came up, they gave us a court date. The judge heard the case and they vacated the judgment. Won't he do it? That's what I'm talking about, God. God is on my side. I told you, don't play with me. That's right. God's on my side. So at the end of the day, you know, all these lies and all this fake news and all this propaganda, all this stuff that y'all keep hearing, I keep telling y'all, stop believing the hype. As Malcolm X said, what'd he say?
I don't know what Malcolm X said. Okay, you know, to be fair, y'all know I like to try to be fair every now and then. I looked at WGN. WGN Investigates is always on Tiffany Henry's bumper. They don't use default. They do say a judgment, but I don't think that's really a big deal. I don't think that matters. It does. They do say, I'm reading up on their this is back in March, and I'll drop the link to this in the chat as well. And I'll try to maybe even add it to the description when we get done. So yeah, to be fair, they do say judgment, but I don't think that really matters if it's a default judgment or a true judgment. I don't know. And I'll have to look into that. But okay, to be fair.
Media is the strongest entity, I'll say, that can make a guilty person look innocent and an innocent person look guilty. Don't y'all know that? I need y'all to always pay attention, but y'all don't pay attention to facts. And that's normally how it works. So with that being said, keep going, keep pushing, keep fighting. Because at the end of the day, truth will be revealed. When truth get revealed, God is vindicating me right now, today, and every other day in front of the people. And that's what I love about this. You have to go through the process.
The God that she speaks of, the God that she's speaking of, is vindicating her. She who has ransacked Dalton and Thornton respectfully. She who has taken who knows how much money, misappropriated, who knows how much, lying, cheating, and stealing. She who is at the current moment still shacking up with a married man. We're gonna have to have a whole show about Black women who get in these relationships with married men and people want to be elevated. Yeah, I'm talking about Cardi B. Yeah, I'm talking about Lotto. Yeah, I'm talking about Tiffany Henry. Why do these women want to be elevated as if they're doing something righteous and up and something to be honored and looked up to when they're with a married man? That's some crazy work, y'all. That's some diabolical work.
But in the process, it make you strong. It make you wise. It make you say, man, just how many people are actually dealing with something similar to what I'm dealing with. And that's why y'all see me keep fighting, because I want to be the strength. I want to be the encouragement for others to uplift, to inspire, and to give them motivation to say, never, ever, ever give up. Justice, hey, baby. Mommy taking your logic. She always say, Mommy, never, ever, ever give up. She always say that. So here we are today. We didn't give up. Everything went our way as always. And I just wanted you guys to know from my mouth to your ears that everything was a success. They not going to tell y'all the facts. I will post the order too, but that's just giving you too much. You can go look it up yourself. But I just wanted you to know I'm right here at the courtroom. I'm going to turn around just so you can see that we out here, right here, in Markham in Illinois, which we should not be, because again, I do not stay in Illinois. I stay in Georgia, but we had to come to court. So stay tuned. We got another court day coming as well. But I'm gonna keep on reporting, keep on getting y'all facts, keep on getting y'all truth, because I keep telling y'all they pay for the biggest.
So real quick, I appreciate that, Tanya. Thank you so much for that comment. Does it matter if I use the term default judgment? That's what I mean, though. Like, I know what a default judgment is, but if I have a default judgment and you just have a judgment because you went to a bench trial, does that matter in the news? Like, if they report it and say default versus just judgment? That's the only part I just wasn't clear on. This woman said that these people put out all this to smear her. Lord have mercy.
Smear campaign ever for Tiffany Henyard. But now I'm happy the people are now getting to see my story told by me, and the people that truly love me, so you can understand what goes on and how things happen in y'all call it Crook County. It's so many names y'all call it, but Chirac, y'all done see me go through the emotions. Y'all done see me grow through the emotions. Y'all done see me get on here, call out JB, call out Brandon Johnson to allow Trump to bring in troops to get y'all help in Chirac. Y'all done seen me talk about when my father got shot. It's just so much going on, but yet y'all just keep on. I'm talking about the fake news, beating up on a person like we not human. I am a mom. Y'all put my house all on the internet, all on the news. Y'all did all of that. I couldn't do nothing but just keep telling y'all all the things that they keep putting on the woman. And y'all wonder why women are the backbones of today, of America. We are those, I don't want to cuss, we are the shit, period. That's just that. I'm going to give us our tea. I'm going to give us her flowers right now. Because at the end of the day, without a woman, sometimes men don't know where they'll be. Y'all don't even know where your socks at. Y'all don't even know how to match your clothes. Like, we do all that.
You know what? I think she's right. In that regard, Tiffany Henyard is correct. Without a woman, a man is lost. And I just want everybody to look at Leotis, her married boyfriend, because he's lost. He is out there with his girlfriend and he is not at home. So yeah, I guess he is in fact lost. Thank you, Tiffany. I agree with you.
We the ones that make sure we deal with the kids, make sure we got the food, take them to school, make sure you good, make sure your mental straight, make sure yo everything. We do that. Hey, babe.
That's a weird woman.
Hey,
Fulton County.
Yeah, look at him, Men in Black. Look, I gotta show you.
Yep, that's it right there. That's the lost man right there. Let me snatch that for a screenshot. That might be the thumbnail. That's the lost man right there. That's right. He's looking at his phone trying to figure out, how do I get home? Because he don't have a clue. That's exactly what it is.
There you go. Yeah, so y'all know I play too much. But anyway.
We know you do.
You gotta have fun in life. You gotta learn to smile. And yes, I love y'all. There's nothing you can do about it. For those in the comments, I see y'all. I love y'all back. And I just thank y'all for always staying 10 toes down with me. Now, come on, walk on this journey with me. I got a lot of great things in the works. You're going to hear it. You're going to see it. Make sure you go subscribe. You know, I got Politics with Tiffany Henyard. It's on YouTube. Go subscribe to that channel, guy, because once I push that button and it go out, you're going to be like, dang.
I've been talking about Tiffany Henyard for almost 2 years. This is the 5th time she has started a new YouTube channel, and she never does anything with it. She's always going to start a podcast. She's always going to tell the truth. She's always going to bring the tea and the receipts. It never happens. It never happens. It's always a big nothing burger. Like, what are you talking about, ma'am?
They had exclusive from me. And you're going to hear from me on my own platform. Everybody want me to come on their platforms and talk and do this and do that. I've done that. I help some people, but that's enough. It's time for you to hear from me on my own platform where they're going to steal the content anyway. But y'all gonna pay me now for using my face and likeness now. So I just want to point out to y'all that we got some good things coming up.
I'm going to be honest with you. The best thing that Tiffany Henyard could do, I've said this before, is go ahead and get into reality television. Get out of politics. I hate to say it, but if she was on some reality television show, she would be a name draw. She would. Let's just be 1,000% honest. She would absolutely. And if she had a team that could actually mentor her, she could probably do a pretty good podcast. I'll be honest with you. Look, I'm not Tiffany Henyard apologist. She needs to get out of politics and do that. She probably, I hate to say it, she probably would do quite well. And I will be right here to make fun of it, but I'm just saying.
Go and like and subscribe on their channels and follow. Huh? Who crazy, huh? Yeah, you get some liar. We got a lot of crazy people out here in this world that just don't want to see you do good. And it's sad because it be your own people. And that's what I don't like. I can't stand crab in the barrel mentality. I want people to love on each other and uplift each other. If you see a sister going up or a brother going up, make sure y'all help them. Hey, you know how we used to do back in the day? You interlock your fingers and you cuff and you say, all right, put your feet there. All right, come on, up. That's what y'all need to do. What are they? I just want us to keep loving on one another and supporting one another. That's all I want.
How about you stop loving on your married boyfriend? How about you love the black woman that you ran out of her lease that she gave you? How about that? I'm just saying, like, those are some examples that you could do, Tiff. And by the way, I'm looking at her channel. She started it. It cracks me up, man. She started this thing on February 19th, 2026. And she only has one post on here, and it's a Happy New Year's. She put the Happy New Year post up on February 20th. Just let that sink in for a second. I think you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, 51 days after the New Year started. No new content. That's what I'm saying. She needs a team. She would need to pay for a team of people to work to manage her. She just be the talent. She could do it. I hate to say it, but she could.
To see, especially in the black and brown communities, because guess what? Every other race do it but us. Every other race does it but us.
But you stole from that woman.
When y'all see somebody actually growing and getting their wings and flying and soaring, y'all got to go and be the hate, the negativity.
That woman she's renting houses. She's buying property, rehabbing it, and turning it into rental property. Why didn't you pay her? The woman that Kamal Leotis is supposed to be married to, why do you have her husband? I'm just saying, and these are black women, by the way. So you want to talk about black, brown, blah, blah, blah. Why are you not concerned about those things? I'm just asking questions.
I can't stand it. But what keeps me grounded, what keeps me focused, of course, is my loved ones, of course, Bay. And then, of course, those that's out here in, y'all used to call it TV land, but also out here in social media world, those that send me my flowers through text, Instagram, or anything. I do appreciate that. So thank y'all, too, because that do warm my heart and help me keep going up. And then I'm so grounded with God. Make sure y'all have a relationship with God. I say that from the bottom of my heart. If you don't have a relationship, and I say this every time I get on a live or speak, go make it right now. Do not wait, because at the end of the day, guys, tomorrow is not promised, let alone today. Go fix it now. You can fix it right now while you're on this live. Pray and talk to God. Say, hey, Tiffany, send me your way. She said, I need to build a relationship with you. Go do that. But, hey, sometimes we listen to strangers. And sometimes the people that be around us the most and telling us what to do, we don't listen. But a stranger tell you, you listen. Why is that, guys? Why is that? But we do that. A lot of people are guilty of that. So I guess I am that stranger telling you, go make a relationship with God now, today, right now.
I want to know, okay, I'm going to end this because I know y'all are like, look, a lot of y'all are like me, like, look, okay, whatever, Tiffany, whatever, whatever, Heather. I wanted to bring that up because I want it to be out there. Fulton County, this is the person that could potentially weasel her way in, wiggle her way in to leading your district, your county. I mean, let that sink in, Fulton County, like that. And just in case you forgot who she is, let me bring up just a couple reminders of who Tiff is. All right, so we know that Tiffany Henyard, by the way, shout out to this wonderful infographic I made. We know Tiffany Henyard, and she was in Dalton, Illinois, and Thornton Township. She got scandals and controversies, and they've been exposed. There was outrageous spending. There was mounting legal troubles. Do y'all remember that she got sued by the fire department because of their pensions? Do y'all remember that part? These are the kind of things: nepotism and cronyism, failed leadership, financial mismanagement to the tunes of several $1 million, right? Fraud and corruption, Thornton Township abuse, community impact. So that, let me move this little banner out the way. So as Fulton County is going to, we're in a primary now, and that election day is the 19th. And of course, the general election is in November. Everybody knows that. So I just want Fulton County to remember this, man. I just want Fulton County. If you want, I'll send you this. It's on my Facebook page as well, though. I'll send you this. I really don't want this woman to ever get into any position of power. I don't even want her at the library board. I don't even want her on the head of the HOA. I don't want her. She should never get into power ever, ever again. Please, Fulton County, do not fall a victim for this. Please, y'all, we deserve better here in Georgia. Now, of course, we got our problems here in Georgia. And I think part of our problem is how we got Tiffany here in the first place. Let's tell that truth. But y'all, Fulton County, don't fall for the okie doke. Do not fall for the okie doke. Fulton County. It's crazy work, man. But we will see. So anyway, I just wanted to play that just a little bit to remind everybody who she is and why it is that so many people are against Tiffany Henry. It's not just fake news. It's not just haters are hating. It's people who have seen, and I've been to Dalton. I went to Dalton last year. Y'all remember that? I've talked to people from Dalton. I've talked to people still to this day that live in Dalton. And they will tell you like there was a lot of problems with this woman. She brought nothing. She didn't bring good stuff to the community. She didn't bring good things to Thornton Township. She just, again, and keep in mind, to make it very simple, the Thornton Township, a lot of people are like, well, she was doing the food boxes, whatever like that. It's a giant welfare program. That's all that is. It's a humongous welfare program. And the county, I mean, somebody's going to give away the food boxes anyway. It's not like Tiffany was getting this money out of her own pocket. It was already monies that was coming into the township, and she's doling it out as a supervisor. That's all it was. Napoleon is doing it now. Napoleon Harris is doing it now. If I were the supervisor of Thornton Township, I would be doing it. Whoever else. Like, it's not like she was doing something special above and beyond, if that makes sense. But shout out to the best live chat. This is the question. This is the Bridget, this is the $30,000 question. I don't know. The FBI has been there. The FBI is on her bumper. I have no idea. I have no earthly clue. Yes, I don't know how. I have no idea. If somebody could please help me understand that. I mean, I thought this was a slam dunk. I thought, oh, she's about to go to jail. I was ready to play the song, and she's still running around. Not only is she not going to jail yet, she down here in Georgia causing trouble. And we don't need this. We don't need this trouble here in Georgia. She ain't learned nothing. I don't think she's ever been to prison, though, as far as I know. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, let's get into it. So a lot of people, we don't talk a lot about Candace we don't do like the daily live stream on her and stuff like that. I still bring up videos and still tack with videos and stuff like that. However, I want to bring in a journalist who has spoke very, very passionately about the craft of being a journalist and why Candace doesn't match as a journalist. I did that video on Joe Pags a couple months back. I'll make sure it's linked in the description of this video. But Joe recently did a quick summary about what's going on with Candace and Erica. I thought it was great. So let's bring Joe in. Joe, get up here to the front of the church and tell us what's going on, sir. Let's go. Green hearts in the chat when you can hear.
Did you hear this? Candace Owens offered a $10,000 reward to prove some strange theory she's got about Erica Kirk and the White House Correspondents' Dinner. And now she's being sued for defamation over claims involving the death of Charlie Kirk and alleged military cover-ups. Well, she's alleging it anyway. Is she holding the receipts, or did she just cross the legal line that's going to cost her everything? Let's get into it. Now, I don't set out to talk about her every day, but there's a news story today that Sam sent me. She's getting sued. Good. Because she just doesn't care what she says. She's making tens of $1,000s a day by doing all this conspiracy stuff, which she can, but she's making allegations about Charlie Kirk's, widow and about TPUSA, and she never really says what the evidence is, but if you tune in tomorrow, she's really going to expose everybody, and then everything's weird. Isn't that weird? I think it's weird. Well, Candace Owens had to say something stupid after the White House Correspondents' Dinner the other night. when the nut job runs through the magnetometer, allegedly trying to assassinate the top level administration officials. He tripped, according to many reports, and then the Secret Service got him. You can see from the 2,500 attendees, them trying to get out, hiding underneath tables. Some sat there and ate, and a few stole some wine bottles, to be honest. But there is one shot of Erica Kirk.
Let me ask a question. And let's be honest, people. Let's be honest. If you knew that the threat was over, the threat was neutralized, and you know that the event is over and we all have to leave, would you have grabbed an extra bottle of wine? Just be honest. The threat is over with, though. So we're not in any way, shape, or form in any kind of danger or whatnot like that. We're just leaving. Would you grab an extra bottle of wine? I'm just asking. I don't drink, and I would not have done it because I don't drink. But I'm just like, I don't think that's a big deal. I really don't. Like, you know what? Okay, how about this one? Let's say the entire event went off without a hitch. But then when you're leaving, you see that there's some tables where people didn't open up their bottle of wine. Would you take it then? Like, I don't think it's a big deal. And I'm not mad if people did. Hey, he said in the past he would have did it. He's like, I'm a new creature. Okay. I got you. All right, there's a lot of no's. Okay, it seemed like a divided house. Okay, no problem. No problem at all. I guess maybe to me, I don't think, because I hear people bring it up, and maybe that's my thought process. I'm like, I wouldn't care, whatever. I don't care. And when I hear people bring it up, I'm like, why is that a big deal? Like, whatever. Right? They took some wine. Okay, fine. It was there for them. If they had cracked it open, they would have took it. Like, I guess that's my thought process. But anyway, I just was wondering what y'all thought about it. Okay, let's keep this going. But okay, so if the event had gone off well, and you noticed, like, if you were at the table with me and they gave me a bottle of wine, then you know that bottle of wine is going to still be there when I leave, and my wife too. So if me and my wife were there, you know that there's going to be 2 bottles of wine at the table that are not going to be opened up. What you doing? Are you gonna walk by and be like, you and your wife grab a bottle, you and your husband grab one of them? Like, what you doing? I think you said depends on the label. Yeah, see, I don't even know that. That's a good point. I don't know. Yeah, I really don't care. I just think it's very interesting that people keep bringing it up. Oh no, oh man. Okay, I got you. Because of what happened, I wouldn't. You're right, and I hear me now. When we add in what actually had happened, it does get a little bit kind of janky. I agree. It gets a little janky when you say, like, okay, wait, hold on. So I'm not disagreeing with y'all. I'm just like, I don't know if I would have cared. I guess that's the thing. Like, I don't think I would have cared as much. Now, if people was like stealing like dinner plates or something, or taking the meal and putting it in Ziploc bags, maybe I would have said something then. But I guess it was wine to be taken. Like, what's the purpose? Okay, all right, I'm done.
Being escorted out. You know, the woman whose husband was assassinated by some nut job with a gun. She's being escorted out because, you know, they wanted to get her to safety like everybody else wanted to get to safety. On her way out, she says, I just want to go home. And she's crying. It all makes sense to me. I get why she would feel that way. And I'm really sorry for what she's going through. And again, let me say this again, because some of you are stupid enough to think I care if you're disappointed in what I'm saying. I don't. Not if it's in this context. Something else, maybe we can talk about it. But when it comes to somebody whose husband was assassinated at 31 years old for having conversations, I'm not going to drag her through the mud. And if you think that you can make some decision about who she is and how she mourns and everything else, you can't. You're not her. You don't know what she feels. She went and made a statement yesterday on Charlie's show, did Erica Kirk, about why she would go there. Because people are like, why would you go there? These people are hateful. These people have treated you like garbage. They've treated your family like garbage. They treated your husband's memory like garbage. She said, I wanted to go there and look them in the eye and meet them face to face. She said, put a face to the name, or I think she said put a name to the face when she meant face to the name. Either way. But after she leaves like that, I don't know if anybody else saw this. I'm sure you did, because some of you actually like Candace Owens.
This is something I don't think people realize. That's exactly what Charlie did, though. Charlie went to see people face to face. He could have stayed in his studio and just read Reddit posts or commented on X, but he went to college campuses within just a few distance. I mean, I've seen situations where the person is like literally right in front of Charlie's face. And I mean, so is that uncommon? Is that weird, strange that Erica said, I wanted to see these people, put a face to the name or a name to the face? Is that weird when that's what her husband did? And I think people have missed that part. Like, that's what Charlie did. That was his whole shtick. That was his whole brand, was meeting people face to face and being face to face with them and talking with them. All right, let's go.
Get it.
Hey, wait.
But Candace Owens, the next day on her show, offered a $10,000 reward for a person who has an alternate side view of Erica Kirk leaving. Candace is asserting that Erica Kirk staged her leaving and saying, I just want to go home. She's offering $10,000 to somebody who can offer her anonymously the full before and after video of Erica Kirk leaving, as if she's going to expose her as being a faker, this widow of Charlie Kirk. And I find that to be disgusting.
It's horrible.
I find that to be low down, nasty, disgusting, and she's a bottom dweller. I don't care if she makes $4 billion today by doing her stupid show.
$4 billion is crazy.
It doesn't make her any better morally. It doesn't make her better at all. The attacks that she's brought on this woman since Charlie Kirk was killed are nuts. They are. Here's the story today. Candace Owens faces a new defamation lawsuit over Charlie Kirk's former security chief, Brian Harpole, over Fort, I don't know how you say this, Huachuca, I think, claims. Written by somebody over at soapcentral.com, which is actually what it is. It's actually an appropriate outlet, a soap opera outlet. Story goes, political commentator and podcaster Candace Owens faces a new defamation lawsuit from Charlie Kirk's former security head, Brian Harpole, on Thursday today. Celebrity attorney Matt Sarlson posted a lawsuit document on X and wrote, on behalf of Brian Harpole, I filed this defamation lawsuit against Candace Owens and Mitchell Snow. We will not be providing any other statements. You can follow me for updates. Clearly trying to get more followers on X. How stupid is that? Come on, lawyer. Be better than that. For the Unversed, last year in December, Candace Owens invited a person named Mitch Snow on her podcast who claimed to have spotted Charlie Kirk's security chief Brian Harpole at Fort Huachuca military base a day before Kirk was shot. Snow, who claimed to be ex-military personnel, said that he was at the base for his personal work and saw Harpole meeting with top brass of the Army, seemingly planning for an operation. Snow also claimed that he was 95 to 99% sure that he also saw Erica Kirk at the Fort Huachuca base days before inviting Snow on her podcast. Owens wrote on Instagram stories, it feels like today will be the day that the government can no longer deny it. Charlie Kirk was assassinated and our military was involved, she said. After she invited Snow on the podcaster pushed Mitch Snow's speculation for weeks. At the time, Candace Owens and Mitch Snow faced dismissal and criticism from several internet personalities like Alex Jones and Gary Melton. More about Brian Harpole's defamation lawsuit against Candace Owens. As per the filing shared by Harpole's attorney, Matt Sarlson, Owens falsely accused Kirk's security chief of conspiring to assassinate TPUSA founder. Can you imagine being so disgusting and sick? A once confidant of Charlie Kirk, a once friend of Charlie Kirk, for her to continue to do this. Can you imagine me bringing somebody on and then having them say what they say, which they can, and then me not questioning them like, well, what do you mean by that? Well, fill me on how you came to that assumption, or who exactly did you see? You're saying 95 to 99% sure, so you're saying that it might not have been Erica Kirk. And then me the next day coming back and saying 100% Erica Kirk was there, 100% the government was involved. Because this is what Candace Owens is doing. Look, you can platform anybody you want. And what he says is on him. But she gave him the vehicle and then agreed with him. What was her quote? Keep in mind. Her quote was, It feels like today, let me show it to you again, will be the day that the government can no longer deny it. Charlie Kirk was assassinated and our military was involved.
That's crazy work, man.
What? So I'm glad she's being sued because if what she's saying isn't true, it is certainly defamation. If it's true, she's got to show that it's true. But this was last December. Has she given any proof in the past 5 months that what she said or what this guy that she had on said was true? Do we have any proof that the guy was even there?
Nope.
Who are the officials that he saw meeting about an operation? We're calling it an operation now because for some reason, if you call it that, it makes it more true. The fact is, there's something going on in her head when it comes to Charlie and Erica Kirk. I don't know what it is. Someone made assumptions. I won't do that. But I do know this. She's profiting off of the death of her once very good friend. Instead of working with his wife and his kids that he leaves behind without a dad, she's been going against them since day one. To the point that even yesterday, in the commentary by Erica Kirk, she called Candace Owens out by name and said that Candace Owens is alleging that she somehow is involved in the assassination of her husband. I'm glad she did, because you'll recall that what I said about this at the beginning of it was there's something wrong with Candace Owens. Then I did 4 videos calling her out journalistically about what she got wrong and not even close to being journalistic, because she tries to pretend she's a journalist and she's an investigator. She's not. You'll recall that I said when Erica Kirk announced she'd be meeting with Candace Owens, which she did in fact do.
Real quick. I might make a playlist because Joe Pags is top tier journalist. I might make a playlist on my channel just so you all can go check out what he said about Candace, because it really was informative. I need to bring that. Maybe I'll do a video on it. I don't know.
Then I thought it was a bad idea, because I thought Erica Kirk was lowering herself to a level that she didn't have to. I thought it was a bad idea because it would put more fire, more wood on the fire, more accelerant on the fire that is Candace Owens' want and desire to for some reason take down TPUSA. Maybe because she was disconnected from there, maybe because she thinks she has to get them back for what they did. Whatever it is, it's at the expense of anybody and everybody who's ever been around Charlie Kirk, and it doesn't make any sense to me if she truly ever considered her a friend of Charlie Kirk. Now, again, I lose followers every time I bring up Candace Owens because some of you are completely hypnotized by her. I'm not hypnotized by anybody. Not the president on down. If Elvis showed back up today, maybe he would be hypnotic because I'm such a fan. Other than that, not going to happen. Heck, if Jesus came down, I would not be hypnotized by Jesus, but I'd certainly have a lot of questions, and I'd love to meet my Lord and Savior face to face. But for some of you to blindly, no matter what she says and does, find a reason to support what she's saying and doing, I find that to be completely erratic and irrational. But what do I know?
Shout out to Joe Pags. By the way, the link to that video is down in the description. So please go support Joe. Let him know that we appreciate him. He does a great job, man. I'll probably do a video on that or make a playlist. Maybe I'll just make a playlist about it or something like that. So we will see. You know what, y'all? I forgot to tell you something in the beginning. I totally forgot about it. I apologize. The other day, we had Tracy Martin on the show. Green hearts in the chat if you remember when Tracy Martin was on, and hopefully you all enjoyed it. It seemed like there was a lot of good feedback that you all enjoyed, Tracy. But, just real quick, if you were here when Tracy Martin came on and talked and such of that nature, let me know in the chat. I want to get your thoughts on it. Okay. So I was supposed to talk about this in the beginning, so I do apologize. Tracy Martin has written a book, and I'm going to say this now. I'm waiting for final confirmation, but I have no reason to believe that she's not going to do what she said. So I know that it was late yesterday when we were talking about it, but Tracy Martin has written a book, and she would like to give away several copies of her book to you all, the audience. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a giveaway at the end of the month of May. So As soon as I get my details, it'll probably be today or tomorrow. As soon as I get those, I'll do a community post. Maybe I'll even do like a little special live stream to announce the giveaway. I do know how we're going to be giving them away, all that kind of stuff. I know what the responsibility is, all that kind of stuff like that. So what I'm going to ask you to do, if you haven't already, there is a video on my channel that I did looking at Tracy Martin answers how Erica Kirk became CEO of Turning Point USA. I'm just looking real quick. I'm gonna grab it and drop it in the chat, or if the mods could drop it in chat. I'm gonna use that video right there where she's answering the question that says, "Stop it. The truth behind Erica Kirk becoming CEO of Turning Point USA." That video right there is going to be the video that we're going to be referring to for the drawing. So, and here it is right here as well. Please go make sure you watch the video and make sure you like the video, because I heard a rumor that when this video hits 10,000 views, there might be some more books added to it. Producer Jason said he might actually go tap in and just add more books to it, because I think Tracy's giving away 3 of them. So if you could please, here's the link right here. Go and make sure you check that video out, like it, and comment in the comments below. Tell me what you thought about it, give your 2 cents, all that kind of stuff like that. However you want to do it, I really would appreciate it. But I want to make sure that's what we're going to be using for the drawing and the giveaway. And I'll make sure you all know ahead of time. But you kind of already know what the giveaway is. I mean, what the parameters are. So thank y'all so much. I meant to say that earlier, so I apologize I didn't do that. But shout out to y'all. Thank you so much. Yes, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Did Brian Harpole lose his house in the floods? I don't know. I don't know. Oh yeah, she's super. Hey, look, I'm a Tracy Martin fan. I'm not gonna lie. She's very kind, because she didn't have to. She called me, reached out to me yesterday. I apologize, and said, I want to send you a book and want to send some books to the audience. I said, well, shout out. Say less. Let's go. So shout out to her, man. It was a lot of fun. And I'm glad you all, it looks like you all enjoyed it. So I'm gonna take that as a good indicator that Tracy Martin is always welcome on the channel. I'm gonna take that as a good indicator that she's welcome. All right, what did you say here? Yesterday on Fox News. Oh my gosh. All right. Yesterday on Fox News posted a picture of Erica speaking at a college. The comments were full of bots talking trash, saying she did that to Charlie. Why wouldn't YouTube do something about the bots? Okay, I'm gonna say this. Why wouldn't Fox do something about the bots? Because Fox can do something too. They're there. But to answer your question, thank you so much, World Whip Poor Will, SC Whip Poor Will. That's an interesting name. Okay, as it relates to bots, there are bots all over YouTube, man. There are bots all over social media, anywhere where views count. So like on Twitch and Kick, and of course YouTube, there are bots all over the place. YouTube has the ability to put the kibosh on bots when they want to. The problem is YouTube has an incentive for bot activity. Okay. And I know I'm talking bad about them. I'm here on YouTube. I'm over here on the YouTube right now, utilizing that platform. And I'm going to tell you the truth. YouTube has a incentive to allow bot activity. Do you know what the incentive is? Why they have a little incentive to not do away with bots? Because they could flip a switch and they could be done with bots in 10 seconds. As long as it took the switch to click, that's all. But why don't they do it? Do you know why? Bots on X. There's bots on X as well. Lots of money. YouTube is a search engine, and advertisers pay a certain amount of money to be placed somewhere in the search engine algorithm, somewhere in the search engine every day. Advertisers want to be placed somewhere where they can get a lot of eyes. Well, if they look at one channel and say, oh, this channel only gets 10 views a day, that's okay. But then they look at another channel and say, this channel gets 10 million views a day. Well, I think we all know that advertisers, they might pay for the 10 view channel. They're not going to pay a lot. They're not going to pay a lot. But the 10 million view, oh, they're going to pay premium dollar. Because we're somewhere in the ballpark of like sporting event numbers, right? So they know, like, hey, if I'm on this channel, I'm going to get a lot of money. I'm going to get a lot of eyeballs on my widget that I'm trying to sell. Now, YouTube knows in the back that 10 million views, a lot of those are bots. But YouTube is incentivized to not quash the bots because they're getting paid because of those bots. That's just it. I mean, that's the sad state of affairs. It's true. I mean, that's it. So sadly, seeing what they said on, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. As a victim of harassment and as a Christian myself, she claims Candace should be more empathetic. Candace is not empathetic. I'm going to go on a limb, and this is me. My name is Jason. I don't believe, in retrospect, I don't believe a lot of the stories that Candace has told. I don't believe a lot of these stories actually ever happened. And yes, I'm talking about the case where she was quote unquote racially harassed in high school. I don't know if that story ever really happened because they were all sub 18. So the case has been sealed. So we don't know anything about that case. We know nothing. We don't know what evidence was shown. We don't know what was said. Why did the school district pay, but not the parents? Why did those are questions that we have. And why was there no ramifications on the children for that? But the school district had to pay? It makes no sense. So, and the only person telling the story is Candace. And the news, there's some news outlets, I apologize. But even in that, they didn't know more than what Candace told them and what's being shared because the files were sealed. The case was sealed. I don't believe these stories. I really don't. Nope. I don't believe these stories. And I think it's fair. I don't think we should. I think we should be like, no, let me be a little bit cautious. Let me be a little bit more judicious in how I move about this story. And I don't believe a lot of the stories that she says actually happen. That's it. That's my theory on it. I don't think that these actually happen. Why do you think Candace's chat goes so fast at the start of her live? I've always wondered. Well, that is actually probably, Ashley, that is a true indicator that there is when her chat says that there's, I don't know, 5,000 people, 20,000 people in there. A fast moving chat is an indicator that there's a lot of people actually on the chat. If there was 5,000 people on my chat right now, and my chat was moving like it is at this current moment, you would clearly know there's not really 5,000 people in this chat. There's just not. But because that chat moves so fast, that is a good indicator from a quick glance indication that the chat is, in fact, does have 5,000 people on it. Or should I say 5,000 accounts are active on the chat. Because we've seen click farms, we've seen bot farms before, and I do believe that her chat is botted. Because if you ever read what's in the chat, it's not, I mean, it's moving fast, but if you ever stop it and kind of read it, it's crazy work. It's crazy work. So to answer your question, that's why I move so fast, because there's 5,000, 20,000, 100,000 accounts that are actively on her page. And they're all saying stuff. They could be dropping emojis. They could be, speaking, saying hi, whatever like that, commenting, all that. But there's 5,000 accounts that are in there, or 10,000 accounts that are active. I hope that makes sense. You can slow the chat, but if you have 5,000 people in the chat, even if I slowed it down so you can only make one comment every minute, that's 5,000 comments in a minute. That's still going to be crazy. That would still be insane. You can only slow it down, as far as I know. I think you can only slow it down to 1 minute. So that means like at 9:21, you can make a comment. Then at 9:22, you can make a comment. But there's 5,000 people all making comments at 9:21. It's still going to be bonkers. So, yeah, there's no way to slow it down. If you ever go to, like, if you ever watch Asmongold or some of those other, like, Twitch streamers and stuff like that, if you ever watch them, I mean, their chats are insane. Like, they're not moderate. I mean, they're, and somebody asked, do they have moderation? I don't think they even have. Why? Like, you can't keep up with it. The mods would absolutely revolt and give up and quit. And let me double check let me see how slow I can make the chat. I don't think you can make it much slower than a minute. Let me just double check real quick while I'm saying that, because that is well, my chat isn't going crazy. Y'all go crazy in the chat real quick while I'm doing that. Y'all go crazy. All right, let me see real quick. How slow can I make it? I'm gonna pick on the vertical stream. Yeah, I can only slow it down to, wait, hold on, let me see. Oh no, I can do 300 minutes, 300 seconds. So that's once every 5 minutes. And that's still not gonna be enough. If you got 10,000 people in the chat, that would be abusive. That'd just be mean, Jason. Don't do that to the people. Okay, so to answer your question, I can slow it down to one comment every 5 minutes. But again, if you have 10,000 people in the chat and they're all comment at, I mean, it's going to be crazy. It won't ever actually slow down, even in that regard. It'll just slow down, like what I'm saying, my ability to keep talking will slow down. Yeah, it's true. 5 minutes still ain't right. When you have chats that have 10,000 people in it, that's just absolutely insane. Okay, so I'm just looking here. Yeah, that's as slow as I can make it. Oh, I could make it. I mean, I can make it members only now. Hey, shout out to the members. All right, what we got? All right. As far as Candace, I feel sorry for her. It asked me to clarity. No one in her immediate circle cares about including her husband. Yeah, I was thinking about that this morning. I'm like, there's a couple things as this story goes into extra innings that you start thinking about, like, how does George feel? Like, let's remove him being a closet alphabet mafia person. Move that away. Let's say he really genuinely loves Candace. Okay, he really was smitten with her. Can you imagine what he's thinking as he watches his wife crash out every single day over Charlie Kirk for the last 7 months? But she don't crash out over you? Like, that's craziness. Like, I don't know how, I don't, like, that's crazy work, man. That's some high tier crazy work. And the reason y'all are being sued, the reason these people are coming at you is because of your wife's reckless speech. Like, that's, I would love to hear what George is thinking right now. Like, are you okay? I mean, he's got to be okay with it because he's aware of what she's doing, but somewhere deep down inside as a man, you've got to be like, hold on, what is my girl doing? Just like, in the flip side is when you, as a man, you're married to your wife and your wife is being honored for something that she did in the workforce, or she's getting some new accolades or whatever like that. You feel a sense of pride, even though that's her moment, even though that you're like, okay, I stood by her and this is her, she's getting her shine. I know that we worked together to get her to this place, right? So it's got to be the converse as well. Like, what did you do, George, that your wife is crashing out over a married, dead man on a daily basis? Why is it that your wife picking fights with every single person that used to rock with her? And we're going to pull up a video. I am going to make an audible change. We're going to pull up a video just looking at some of the people that she's going after now. She's throwing under the bus. Like, George, how is it? Do you ever wonder, George, are you going to get thrown under the bus? George is her handler. I can't argue. I can't even argue. I have no words. Does he get a sandwich? But does he though, Ashley? Does he really get a sandwich? Do you think he does? I don't think so. Candace is a very complex issue. But you know what? Candace is a very complex issue, no doubt, no argument for me. The complexity, however, and this is a very simple thing. We see this all over the place. There are certain things that if we just followed what God said to do, the complexity issue would subside greatly. Like, for example, because I'm gonna come back to Candace. For example, God's design for sex. If we follow God's design for sex, do you realize how many problems would be done away with just on GP alone? Now, does that mean that every problem would be eradicated? I doubt it. But I think if we all could agree, if we did exactly what God said as relates to sex, there would be so few problems around that area that it would be like amazing. You're like, whoa, this is what life is like. So now going back here, back to Candace. Candace's problem is that she talks. Her mouth. I mean, really, truly, the problem is her heart. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. It's her heart. But a lot of this, her problems are she ran her mouth. She talked herself into these problems. We watched the body cam the other day with a young girl that got herself, who talked herself into getting arrested. Right? She was clear. She wasn't going to jail. She talked herself into going to jail and got sent to jail. And same thing with Candace. Like Candace's problem is that she runs her mouth. Everything she thinks of, she says it. I don't think she has any, like how sometimes they say put a pin in it or save that for later, write that on a sticky note. I don't think she does any of that stuff. It comes to her brain, she says it. And that's the problem. That's the problem. And now it adds a whole lot of layers to it. Like she's full of pride. She's arrogant. She's boastful. She's not a good person. She's a person that shares false information. Okay, those things. But what? How do we know those things? Because she keeps talking. Stop talking. Be quiet. Be quiet. That's what needs to happen. Somebody needs to tell Candace, be quiet. Like if she, and we're gonna watch this video real quick. Shout out to Artie Trolls, great content creator. I like Artie. I love what he's doing over there. He's getting at it. He's getting active over there. And he was just highlighting a couple of the people that are now trying to distance themselves from Candace. Because a lot of people forget what you heard. That Brian Hartpole lawsuit is exactly the thing that we've been missing. Exactly the thing that we've been missing. So Brian Hartpole's lawsuit is causing problems for this camp. And we're going to look at Artie and talk about it for sure. But Artie's hilarious, man. I love him. I need to get him over here. We need to do something with Artie. We talked about that, and I'll make sure we make that happen. Shout out. We'll make that happen. But her heart is the issue. I'm sorry. If we and every last one of us, let's not make Candace the avatar. Like, let's just remember that we all are sinners, right? If we were mindful of our hearts and kept our hearts in check and didn't just say, oh, something comes in my mouth, I gotta say it. Something comes in my mind, I'm gonna say it. No, again, like there needs to be some kind of governor over your mouth. That's why James says the tongue is a problem. And Candace, I'm sorry, that's it. Her heart has not been converted. It has not been regenerated. So it is sinful. And what comes out of her mouth is sinful. That's it. You don't have to work around it. It's okay. It's okay. You'll be all right. I don't even think it's the keyboard. It's not the keyboard. It's because now, granted, I know what you're saying. Somebody needs to pull the plug on her studio, that's for sure. But she's still got her phone. She's still going to do it. That's the problem. It's her and her wicked heart. That's the problem. He said, take the internet. Dang, man. You repossessing the keyboard, the mic, the camera, the internet, the electricity. What about the little the bat wing outfit she had on? Repo that too, right? Get it all. She's still a problem though. She is the problem. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I appreciate it. Okay, let's bring Artie up in here. Shout out to Artie Trolls. The link is in the description of this video as well. He's just looking at, and I think it's a great job of highlighting the people that are trying to distance themselves from Candace Owens, which I think is, I'm not a prophet, nor am I the son of a prophet. I think this week is going to be very, very interesting. So let's keep our eye on what happens this week, today to Friday, as it relates to people that Candace is calling out that used to rock with her. Because we got the Blake guy she's calling out. She's throwing a lot of little smaller YouTubers under the bus. I got this feeling larger YouTubers are about to get there on the chopping block too. All right, green hearts in the chat when you can hear.
Hey, everybody, how's it going? So jumping into some real news here, Ian Carroll, Blake Bednar's, other people that, associate with Candace Owens are trying to disassociate with her now. I wonder why that is. Before we get started into this, guys, please give me a like and subscribe. It's all I ask for. I don't ask for any donations. I don't advertise anything, and it's because I work a full-time job outside of this channel. And even if I get to a point where I don't work a full-time job anymore and I'm able to do this full-time, I still don't really want to do any of that stuff. So if you guys would like that, and I know I do for sure, yeah, please give me a like and subscribe. That's all I ask for. Let's jump into this news, guys.
My personal experience with her. And I don't know everything about her. Like, I don't, we're not like best friends or anything. But in my personal experience, they're the shit. Her whole family. George is the shit. Candace is the shit. Their kids are hilarious. Their whole team.
Okay, this is Ian Carroll. He's been on her show multiple times. I think he sat main chair when she was on maternity leave, her most recent pregnancy. So he's connected to her. He's connected to her. I just think it's very interesting how he tries to play that down. Because think about it. You are being brought on. He was there for like a month, I believe. A couple weeks, definitely. And she has mentioned you since Charlie Kirk. She's talked about you, so on and so forth. Listen to how he's trying to separate himself from them. It's very interesting.
It was a joy to work with them. And I don't work with them anymore. I have no contract with them. I don't even communicate with them hardly ever. I wish I communicated with them more because they're great friends. They're great people. I just wanted to say that they're the shit. I love them. My personal experience with her. And I don't know everything.
Now, he's just like, I just don't talk to him. I don't do any of this stuff. Please, please, please don't sue me. People who are suing Candace, pretty please don't, with sugar on top. I mean, it's crazy. I literally said he's trying so hard not to get sued. This is great. Word salad, distance himself and not being Candace's warpath. Yeah, he's trying to separate himself now that the lawsuits are dropping. Isn't her studio?
Let me also point this out. This is the thing also. He wants to stay in Candace's good graces by saying that she's wonderful, her husband's wonderful, her kids are fantastic, and their grass is well manicured, and she's always baking cookies, right? He wants to say something nice about her, but I don't really work with her. I don't do anything with her. I don't talk to her. She don't even text me anymore. I wish she'd text me some more. I really wish we could talk. But she's a really great person, but I don't do anything with her. Do you see how he's trying to play both sides? Like, hey, you're a great person. Amethyst Angel is a wonderful person. She's a wonderful person. She's great. She's fantastic. But I don't really talk to her that much. Like, because he don't want Amethyst Angel on his backside. He don't want Candace Owens on his heels. And he also doesn't want to be associated with her. So he's trying to isolate. He's trying to play both sides.
In her house, she had this man in her house daily to do her show for how many weeks?
Right.
And now she's kicked his floppy-haired, stale pizza butt to the curb. Or was it the other way around? I doubt it was the other way around. But yeah, I agree, Candace. Yeah. Just crazy, right, guys? She's a joy to work with, a great friend. But even though we are great friends, I have nothing to do with her. Nothing. And I mean nothing at all. I mean, it's hilarious to see these people struggle. Just struggle. And then what do we see? Of course, another person who tried to work with Candace Owens. And then she's like, you know what? You don't have very many followers. And I really don't want to get sued. Let's throw you under the bus.
It was this guy killed Charlie Kirk directly. Forget a meeting at Fort Huachuca. It was, this is our guy, Brian Harpole. He pulled the trigger or pulled something. And yet mysteriously, I've been sort of watching and paying attention, and those people are not being sued for defamation. People that were making videos claiming that he did that, right? That's a bit weird. That's a bit weird. Wouldn't you at first sue the person that's just so clear cut saying that you murdered someone?
No. Would you sue a homeless person because they said you murdered somebody? Obviously, you wouldn't, right? I have a point here. I'm not saying Blake Bednar's here is homeless. But why wouldn't you sue a homeless person? Because you know you're not going to get anything out of them whatsoever. And you
Correct.
know that just because a homeless person's going around saying stuff, that nobody's going to listen and pay attention to him. Blake Bednar's has a channel smaller than mine. And I'm not slamming the guy or anything like that. What I'm saying is my channel is way too small to make any type of impact with any statement I really make. Now, if my channel gets bigger, obviously anything I say in the past could definitely be used against me in the future, right? So
Okay.
Blake Bednar's could still be in the hot seat, technically, if he were to all of a sudden gain 100,000 subscribers or something like that, right? Man, my pause games always are crazy, aren't they? But anyway, that being said,
Mine are better, though.
nobody's going to take Blake Bednar serious because there are not enough people to take him serious. Plenty of people do take him serious to a degree, but it's a couple hundred people. They're not enough to do anything. Candace Owens has 7 million subscribers. Candace Owens, to the tune of hundreds of millions of people, have completely and totally trashed Brian Harpole's company.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, did Brian Harpole do anything? Did Brian Harpole have anything to do with Charlie's death? I'm going to go out on a limb and say, I don't know, Candace, because that's the normal response. See, I don't know one way or the other if he did or didn't. The problem is there's no evidence for it. And when you come out and you make a claim without evidence, and you know for a fact you don't know, but you come out there and you make a claim like Brian Harpole did not administer first aid immediately, when on camera he actually did do it immediately. So you flat out lied because we could see the footage. Now, did Brian Harpole do signals? Did anything like that happen? I don't know if that's the case or not. But I have no reason to believe that it is because there's no evidence to suggest that he did. And that's the problem. But Candace knows this. She's playing dumb because she doesn't want to pay out millions of dollars.
Right.
But she does know this.
And in multiple videos, Baron Coleman actually noted this discrepancy, if you will, on his podcast. Take a listen.
Owens is the most high-profile spreader of baseless Charlie Kirk conspiracy theories, but she is not the only one. I did not yet turn the page when I thought he has to be talking about Blake Bednar's here, because Blake Bednar's basically accuses by name Brian Harpole every single day of murdering Charlie Kirk.
I mean, this guy's so scummy. He's literally like, let's throw this guy under the bus. And then Candace is like, yeah, let's do it.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now. I think what happened is because you know that Baron Coleman lives in Nashville as well. He has been a guest in Candace Owens' studio. So they've been in communication. I believe they concocted this story to throw Blake Bednar's under the bus. There's no other way around. And the reason I say that is because Baron Coleman is an attorney. So he knows why Brian Harpole is suing Candace Owens. He understands that she's the fountainhead for all these other smaller streams and such of that nature, but she's the big kahuna. He understands that, but he's playing ignorant. I do think he probably is ignorant, but he's playing ignorant for his audience because they want to believe that. They want to believe like, oh, they should have went to the smaller YouTubers, even though they would have got $9.25, or they wouldn't even been able to get their Starbucks order. They should sue them first. Why? Well, why does that would be like, then what would be the purpose if you just follow this logic? Why would an investigator, police officer want a confidential informant? Because they want to get the cartel, the leader of the cartel, the leader of the drug kingpin. They don't want the small guys on the corner selling dime bags. They want the guy that's moving serious meth, serious fentanyl, serious product into their communities. They want to get the head. They know this. That's the thing. They know that. And they're just trying to play dumb so that their audience, who's going to like, oh, yeah, that makes sense to me. Come on, man, be serious. And that's why I'm thinking, I got a feeling this week there's going to be more people that Candace turns on. Let's go.
Let's throw him under the bus.
Absolutely.
Like frame by frame. He has a whole video called Judas Harpole. Like, for crying out loud, if you're going to sue anybody, Candace had somebody on and she was like, yeah, that's a close call. I'm not really sure what to make of that. We're going to sue her. And Blake Bednar's out here going, yeah, Brian Harpole, he did it. He absolutely did it. You can't tell me he didn't do it. Here's video of him doing it. Here's where he squeezed his hand. He's the one that did it. All up and down X, all over the X spaces, all over YouTube. And they're like, and then I thought, well, maybe they don't know about it because, you know, Brian doesn't have a huge following. It's sizable, but it's not huge. So maybe he did.
Sizable, but not huge. Are you kidding me? Let's take a look at Blake Bednar's here. He's got 6.
Okay, well, okay. In the chat, how many subscribers do you think this gentleman has on YouTube? Blake Bednar's. How many subscribers do you think he has on YouTube? Don't go look. And if you already watched Artie's video, don't say anything. But just comment, how many subscribers do you think he has? Oh, this is very interesting. I see. You know, I'm gonna come back to that. Thank you so much for that, Heather. Okay, I see 6,000, 1,000, 50K. Okay, 5,000, 6,000. Okay, gotcha. Okay, all right. And again, I don't know if y'all looked ahead on the assignment or whatnot, but you all are very clear, less than 100,000 subscribers. So he's not reaching a large mass of people. Let's let Artie finish it up. Yeah, I've never heard of the dude until literally whenever Candace tried to put him on blast. That was my first time hearing about him. All right, let's go.
67,000 followers on X.
That's on X.
So that is decent. Let's see this. He's got 13,000 followers on YouTube where all his videos are actually uploaded.
13,000 subscribers. 13,000 to somebody who has 7 million. Like, I mean, his videos get, now he has some pretty decent views. He has a video here with almost 90,000 views. That's 4 months ago. Man, I need to pull up. Maybe I pull up his channel. West Texas is the best Texas. That's hilarious. Yeah, he's gonna have a hard time though. But I think you all see the point that I'm making. All right, let's see. He's got 13,000 subscribers. Here, I'll pull this in very quickly so we can kind of zoom in a little bit. Okay, he's got 13,000 subscribers. Where'd it go? And I mean, he's got a 5,000 view video most recently. The Candace Chronicles. That was a month ago. He hasn't put up a video in a month. Judas Harpole's got 22,000 views, 8,000 right here, 15, 58, 90. Let's see. I mean, these are not bad numbers. These are not bad numbers at all. He's got some pretty good sizable numbers. Okay. There's Judas Harpole, by the way. Okay. He's got some decent numbers. And do y'all know why that may or may not be a problem? What do y'all think about that? Bring Artie Trolls back in. Okay, but how is he getting those numbers? Okay, that's a good question. Subs and views don't matter. It could be bot driven. It could absolutely be bot driven. Absolutely. When did he start YouTube? That's a good question. Let me see. He started YouTube in March 6th, 2020. 2013. It could be, but those are decent numbers. Let's just, I would love to have those numbers. And, that's all well and good. He has a lot of viral videos because he's got 13,000 subscribers and he's got videos, several videos that are in the high teens. The high double digits, even 5-digit video. So he's definitely crushing it. The only problem is Candace is still doing way better. So yeah, it's great that he has videos with 100,000 views. Candace got videos with millions of views. So therein is the discrepancy. Like, yeah, sure, he's doing pretty well, no problem at all. That's a small fish, but again, we want the big fish. We want the big fish. We want the whale, and that's what Brian Harpole is saying. So let's finish this up.
Yeah, sizable, huh? Yeah, just huge. It's pretty big.
Didn't know about. No, he does. He does. It's right there. It's literally on the screen right there. And it says his name is Brian Harpole. And then it has like action shots. The detonator trigger is under his shirt below his.
I think that's a nervous.
This is what if this were a comedy show.
I think that's a coping mechanism that Candace does, where she laughs at things when people are supporting her, and she laughs. I think that's like a coping mechanism because I think she's anxious and she is nervous. So she laughs because Baron Coleman is acting like an idiot, and that allows her to get out her nervous laugh to get out her nervous energy. That's what I think. Okay, so let's get this done. Let's go.
Man, I'd so pay tickets for this. What are you laughing at? Like, it's very, very silly. You know absolutely every reason why he's not suing this guy. And the reason why is because he can't do anything to damage his company. You, to the tunes of millions of people, have literally shared crap equivalent to this. Literally saying that his company did not perform first aid, did not do their jobs, did not do it properly. That's what you were saying. I think you understand why he's got a problem with that?
But also remember, they're not suing her because of those things that she said, Artie. They're suing her because of what she said about Fort Wachua. That's what they're suing her about. So all this other stuff, they're not arguing. And that's why I'm saying these people are missing the plot, because they're suing her because of what's going on at Fort Wachua. That's what they're trying to show. Like, you knew that he was not a part of this secret meeting. Whatever Mitch Snow said was not true. You know that because they had already given her evidence to that fact that she still went forward with it. That's it. It's going to be a very narrow scope. And they're showing these other examples here to just show like how bad Candace's reporting has impacted other people. But in the full breadth of the case is really very narrow about that 2 days before at Fort Wachua, whatever. That's it. Lake Minnetonka. All right, let's go. And the Macron case is still cooking. All right, let's go. It didn't work.
Who's going to do the most damage? Who's going to have the highest reach? And the question is, not the question, but, well, yeah, the question. The answer to the question is obviously you, Candace. You got to pay attention just a little bit and probably try to understand, or at least try not to dupe your audience. Your audience members, they're pretty dumb, but they're not that dumb.
I mean, it's like an actual arrow pointing the remote controllers in his front right pocket. This is what caused, like, he's not opining. He's not giving an opinion. He's telling you this is how the man died.
Now, this is what's funny about it. Not once do they go, yeah, he's going too far or anything like that. They're just like, no, just sue him. Sue him. Don't sue me. Why are you suing me? Sue him. He said more than I did. But I don't see any of these two disavowing what he said. I don't see them disavowing what he said at all. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty confident he's encouraging them.
Yeah.
That's the funny part about it. He's encouraging Blake Bednarz for the most part. They absolutely encouraged him. Candace is on the phone encouraging this guy. Let me see, because his biggest complaint is why Candace Owens is not. Actually, it was up here, wasn't it? I have never been explained the rules until now. I'd like to deeply apologize to Candace Owens for asking/tweeting her my questions. Things like why she hasn't played the UV review footage ever to her millions of followers. All this stuff here. And let me see. Actually, I'm just going to go to his channel and you'll see. He has her on video. This is going to end very poorly for Candace.
Yeah.
Very, very, very poorly. Which one was it? I think it was this one right here. Let's see if I can pull it up. Sure, it's scrolled through. Ah, here we go. I'm pretty sure right here.
But it makes sense if you really hire.
I'm gonna,
Got his arms crossed.
You're
No, they're still going over the conspiracies in this one. Okay. Where was it where he's complaining about Candace Owens? Let's see. Candace Owens call out. Okay, so it's just
this is not his typical setup. This does not look like his setup. So what made them change, right?
Yeah, I'm going to ask him. I know who that is, and he's very nervous dancing right now. And he told me some things that don't make sense.
Oh, he needs to wire up.
Candace Owens encouraged this man to keep going and post all these videos. She's on the phone with him in this. So while Candace Owens is sitting there going, why aren't you suing him? He's the one who did it. Throw him under the bus. Candace Owens is the one who told this guy to do it. She is still the mastermind behind all of it. He is on the phone with her, and I will show you real quick. Let's see, he's texting her here. Let's see. Here we go. There she is.
Hey, Candace.
Wow.
I'm good. It's good to see you finally and meet you. I'm a big fan.
wow.
Thank you so much. I was just saying to you, it's crazy that you're saying this.
So this is on YouTube. People can watch it. This is us going through. There's no.
Literally. She is encouraging him to continue and to do this and to post this, giving him props, congratulating him, going through this stuff. They're agreeing that Brian Harpool did not tell her everything that was correct. She's sitting there going, yeah, this looks suspicious.
Sound here, real slow.
Yeah, so you're showing her the footage.
Yeah, I'm going through it all. I'm like, and then I stand up and I come over to my TV.
Right now,
Is he smoking?
He's the lines.
explosion cause versus a shrapnel. Like that's the kind of stuff where I have to get to somebody who knows like their
Right.
stuff.
Right.
And that happens just the guy who does. So if you get it over to me, I'm gonna ask him like if we're operating under this state.
Now, let me tell you what actually happened. Blake Bednarz shows her evidence. She goes through it, decides it's not quite good enough for her show, and she's like, this is going to be a little bit too on the nose. Can't really use this. Not a whole lot here. So she decides to just kind of ghost him. He gets mad about it, starts calling her out. She gets angry that he's calling her out, so then she throws him under the bus. I wonder if something similar happened to Ian Carroll here. But tell me what you all think down in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share, guys. And I'll see you all in the next one. Later.
Shout out to Artie Trolls. By the way, please, the link is down in the description of this. Make sure you go by Artie's, check him out what he's doing. Check out the full video. Of course, give him a like, all that kind of good stuff. Support the brother because he's doing good work. And what do y'all think? What do y'all think? I got one more, and it's going to be totally in another direction, kind of like a palate cleanse, but I think it'll be funny, though. I think y'all enjoy it. What do y'all think about that? He was one of her flying monkeys. I don't have much sympathy. That's a good point. That's a great point. And you destroyed Brian Harpo's reputation with that false narrative. So yeah, I got no love for you. These people playing in God's face. Thank you so much. I agree with you right there. Good morning to you as well, friend. Mazzy, good morning to you. Please make sure you like the video if you don't mind. Help your brother out. All right, let's get this going. Yeah, I think I just got this feeling this week we're going to see some more people. She's going to turn on some other people. Now, it might not be like the Baron Colemans and the Zacks and the stuff like that, but there are going to be some other people she turns on. You know, Stu Peters got that notice, and I got the video coming up. Stu Peters got the notice, and he said, "Look, you can't tell me what to do." I said, Stu, that's right, Stu. You be bad. You be bold, man. You tell her. You go ahead and you delete that stuff, man. You delete it, man. Absolutely, man. You be big and bad with your bad self. Because Stu was upset, man. Barron needs a lawsuit dropped on his head as well. No, I agree. I totally agree. She'll never take responsibility. No, she won't do it. She'll just. I mean, we've watched her in 4K just outright lie about stuff. So, she went from with the DUI, Georgia's DUI, she went from it didn't happen to it was a fender bender to we didn't own these vehicles and so forth. Like every day is another layer. Like, let's get to the bottom of this. Let's get to the center of the Tootsie Roll Pop. Let's go. Because she keeps saying things that change every day. All right. We're going to do something totally different. Wait, hold on. My wife is texting me. What you want, girl? What you want? What you want, baby? Okay. Gotcha. All right. Shout out to my girl. Shout out to her. All right. Good people. All right. We're going to do something totally different. We're going way off the reservation. We're done with Candace. We're done with, high thinking and anything of that nature. We are going to go. I had never heard this before. This is such a crazy topic. Okay. You've heard of like purple hair theory, like people that get their hair dyed these crazy colors. They have like, they position themselves like they're experts and stuff, right? I know you've heard of septum ring theory, where again, somebody who has a septum ring in their nose, they kind of present themselves like they're the expert, like they're the one that you should listen to, so on and so forth. I'm sure you heard that. And please, green hearts in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. I'm all for it. I am all there for it for sure. Okay, so you've heard of, purple hair theory, septum ring theory. Okay, I never heard of this. Have you heard of bird hand theory? Shout out to Red Dawn Daily, man. I love Red Dawn. She did a video breaking down bird hand theory. And I know it's true because I've seen it in real time. I've seen people do that with their hands. Like, why are you doing it with your hands? What's wrong with you? I'd never heard of it before until today. Well, not today. It was actually last night. But I'm like, wait, this is a real thing? Now, let's be honest. I've seen people do this with their hands a lot and so on and so forth. I talk with my hands kind of a lot. As a former school teacher, it keeps kids' minds, it keeps them engaged if they see your hands moving, right? This video right here is hilarious. So shout out to Red Dawn Daily. I'm gonna bring her in. The link will be down in the description as well. Let me make sure I hit the like button before. Yep, I already did. All right, let's go. This was hilarious. Let's go. Shout out to Red Dawn. It's bird hand theory, y'all.
This band, you do know that men can then women and ensure that that woman has to stay in his life for the rest of her life. Do you not understand how much power gives to men?
The reason you need to do all of these things is because a thief absolutely hates sound and lights, okay?
She has her own special technique of a bird hand in a circle. This is something that I have not witnessed before in the field. Circular bird hands.
Hey, Viv, these mass deportations are going to help out Americans, right? I'm going to stop you right there.
Here it is.
I bet you're wondering how America got here. Well, it all started with bird hands. That's right.
Know.
America went straight down the tubes as soon as it started letting women make these gestures on TikTok. I know, it sounds crazy.
First it was the purple hair, then it was the septum ring, and now we have bird hands. Today we are doing a deep dive into bird hand theory, which is essentially a phenomenon that I believe originated on TikTok, where women talk with their hands like this. And if you see someone talking like this, you can probably guess what their stance on things is.
The Whatever podcast asked, why do they always do the hand thing, referring to this little gesture that girls have been making with their hands? And I thought I'd bring you the answer. Here it is. So the hand thing that the TikTok girls are doing is the hands are closed and pointed at you. And it means you better listen to me. I am telling you, me. This is what you believe now. When you point it at yourself, you get the Italian, like the chef's kiss thing. Oh, I'm telling you, this is so, look at what I did over here. I did that unconsciously. This is so good. You should try it. The hands closed over here are, I'm sure of what I'm saying, and I receive your needs. You should try this thing. That's great. This is also used in Italian arguments. I told you about that kid, the open hands, double open hands, and he moves them around a lot. I am listening to you. I understand your needs. When the hands are open towards yourself, it means listen to me. I'm begging you, listen to me. Almost like you're doing the open hands for the other person. You would never do this with that. You would never say, please, please listen to me. I'm begging you. You see how that doesn't match? So the hand signals they're not nothing. They're unconscious. Like if you just let your hands do what they want while you're talking, they'll sort of do some of the talking for you. So the fact that the TikTok girls are all doing this is a bad sign. It means they're at the end of their rope, in my opinion, and they're just going like, do what I want, do what I want.
Yeah, this is such a completely unnatural hand gesture. I don't think I've ever done this.
I've never done this
in my life before today. I do use my hands when I talk, but just never like this. I mean, this is such a tight hand feeling. I have to consciously make my hands like this and exert a certain amount of pressure. And then when I do, it just doesn't feel good. This is stressful. I feel like just putting my hands like this would put me in a bad mood. And then it looks silly.
Here's a few examples.
Oh my God.
Responding to the chopped man epidemic girl are giving the same kind of energy as the kind of man who would hit on you. And when you reject him, would say, oh, well, you ain't that cute anyway.
Here's the girl she's talking about.
Like, that's a cute girl.
So here's how things are going to be.
The fact that they inserted like bird sounds, I'm doing it with my hands to make the point. The fact that they're inserted the bird sounds is truly diabolical. That's some high tier diabolical behavior. I don't know if you noticed it, but every now and then when I really want to be trifling, I'll add like the fire alarm, the smoke detector chirp sound to somebody. Every now and then I do it. And I try to make it very clear that I'm doing it. But that right there, that is the chef's kiss. Mwah. That's the chef's kiss right there, that they're adding the bird sound while the person's doing the bird hands. That's crazy work. What does Amethyst say? We got to stop. What does Amethyst say? Oh, don't look over sisters, black women and gay men clapping their hands horizontally. Like, oh, I got to see it. Send me a link. Why would they be doing that? That sounds so. That is, some of these are unnatural hand movements. Like again, like I clap like this. I can't imagine. Okay, no, I got you. Yeah, that's just unnormal. That's unnatural. That's unnatural. Okay, let's get back. Let's go.
I want to share my thoughts on this chopped man epidemic thing. But here's the thing. The majority of men out there are not putting any effort into making themselves appear attractive to women. I can see people's attractiveness objectively, and even if I'm not personally attracted to them, I can recognize when someone is attractive.
She's saying, believe me, believe me. This one was political activism.
If watching families being ripped apart does not appeal to your humanity, let me try and appeal to you financially, because these mass ICE deportations are bad for the economy.
Isn't that the face of persuasion?
Wow.
Don't you want to believe everything she says? Here's one more real quick.
Men always complain that women are constantly nagging. Maybe she's not nagging, and it's just that you keep doing the same thing over and over again. A woman doesn't want to be in the position to act like your mother. Don't put yourself in the position to act like her child.
Now we're going to evaluate some bird hands in the wild.
Look at
public service.
Hey, there it is right there. It's the bird hand.
Okay, I know this is a hot take. It's a hot take. Okay, this is a hot take, and I'm gonna get in trouble for this. We're gonna end on this one though, so I know I'm gonna get some people upset. I'm gonna go on a limb, and please ask straight men in your life if I'm right. There has never been. And let me big screen myself. There has never been a woman, never been. I'm gonna do the bird hand thing too, just to add the birds to it. There's never been a woman that a man has looked at and said, man, she is stunning. Man, she is a 9. But my goodness, in the morning, if she put a fish hook in her nose, she would be a 10. No man wants a nose ring. I know that sounds crazy. No man's looking for that. None whatsoever. I know you might do it because you like it, or you might do it because you think it's whatever, but there's not one situation where a man says, this woman would look so much better if she had a nose ring. And I'm gonna say this again. I know y'all might lose. I'm gonna look at the subscribers. Don't buy unsubscribe. I know this. I know. And come close, y'all. Come on up here to the front of the church, because Cantifa stopped coming to church. Right? We got them saved. So come on up here. I understand, but I'm telling her right now that no man is looking for a woman with a nose ring. I'm telling you right now. Okay, and here's the other one. This is gonna get a lot of people mad, man. Please, Lord, please don't let these people be mad at me. I'm just gonna say it. Just say it. No man is desperately looking for a lot of tattoos. It's just not. It's just not happening. You're gonna find some man that'll take you now. Don't get it twisted. But no man's looking for those. I'm telling you right now. There's no man that says, man, she is a 9. She is banging a 9.25. She would be a 10 if she looked like a kindergartner, drew all over her body. There's no man that says that. There is no man that says that. I'm just saying it. I know look, I'm gonna do the hand thing. Is this what y'all were talking about? The clapping thing? Is this what you were talking about? That's crazy work, by the way. No man wants that. And maybe you don't want a man. Maybe they don't want a man, then go do you. You do that thing. But I'm saying, if you want to be in a relationship with a man, a straight man, talking about you, George Farmer. If you want to be in a relationship with a straight man, no man is looking for that kind of stuff. I'm just saying. And good, great. And I'm saying any kind of piercings on the face. I'm just saying, like, no guy's really looking for that. That's why the eyebrow piercing thing kind of went out of flavor. But I know it's a hot take. I'm not saying, and hear me, and you are my friend. You are my friend. I have no problem with you. I'm just saying that generally speaking, as a overall, if you want to look at like what makes a woman more appealing to a man, he is not looking for those things. Now, I'm not saying he won't take those things. Don't hear what I didn't say. But I'm saying he's not looking for those things. There it is. And especially when you think about some of the connotations that come along with it, because notice a lot of these women that are doing the little bird hands in this video have nose rings. And it just seems interesting. Okay, that was my hot take. I'm in trouble. I'm gonna put myself in 0-second timeout. Let's go.
If you think that what happened in Minneapolis was okay today, we don't need to be friends ever, and please unfollow me.
Bird hands, comments ignored.
I think that we should normalize telling men that they are not financially our type. As a 28-year-old woman.
No
okay,
nose
now
ring.
She's doing the bird hands pointed in towards her own chest. This is so weird and unnatural. Well, I guess they have a counter gesture.
Oh no. Oh no. The other bird.
I've seen the video of a man.
We have a single bird hand.
Being basically in Minnesota.
This is a very advanced technique. You see, she went from the single to the double bird hands. Don't try this at home, folks.
Talk with people. Even if you don't feel comfortable making a video, start talking with your friends.
And there's the point to the bird hand. She's doing a single finger, almost a finger wag to the bird hand. This is advanced level bird handery.
Start talking with your friends and family about what is going on.
And notice how with every syllable, she reinforces it with the bird hand. Talk to your friends and family about every single thing that's going on. Don't expect to be able to do this day one. Okay. This, like I said, this is advanced.
Yeah. Start talking with your friends and family about what is going on, because silence is accepting it. Silence is ignoring what's going on. We need to be speaking up. This is unacceptable.
Even the bird hands are a gesture that is typically associated with women. Men can do it as well.
Point in 15 years. So let me finish here.
Spike
over 2 months and farm bankruptcies are at the highest point. I mean, they've gone up 46% since Donald Trump took office. Is that because of Biden too?
He's
are
doing
the farm
it.
bankrupt?
Beta! If this unfortunately happens and you find yourself in a situation where you find that someone has broken into your home in the middle of the night, these are the things that you need to do. Number 1, this is prior to a break-in and something everybody should do right now. Go on Amazon, TikTok Shop, whatever, and get yourself some of the motion censored lights. Some of the lights that you can put on your staircase where someone walks by, they turn on. Bigger ones that you can put in your living room. Any lights that get triggered by motion, get them and place them around your house, okay? All around your house. Number 2, go on one of those platforms as well. TikTok Shop. TikTok Shop has one. I have it. It's called Birdie.
The irony is crazy.
Oh, the irony of this being called Birdie.
That's crazy
I
work.
think she's saying something interesting here, but it is just really hard to pay attention when all I can do is focus on the bird hands.
So there's emergency settings in your iPhone where you can text 911, where you can just slide to call them. You have your address in your phone set in place for your location so it can get sent to the police. If you have an emergency and you can't actually talk to them, you can slide to call them and it'll send them your location. Make sure you have all of that up to date and in your phone so you don't have to haggle with it if something were to happen. Next, most people's spare key to their car is in some random place. Try to make it a point to put it in your bedroom because the fob has an alarm on it and you need that to be somewhere close to you if you need it. So what to do if you hear somebody in your home in the middle of the night? Immediately contact 911. You don't have to call them and say anything. Just slide your phone for emergency services. It'll send your location and it'll send the police right away. The lights that all turn on downstairs should be very triggering for a thief. They don't like lights and they don't like noise. You want to startle them from the beginning as much as you can. Next, get your key fob and set off your car alarm. After you've contacted the police, set off the alarms that are connected to your security cameras, to your Wise or to your Ring doorbells or whatever. Set off the siren. I know it's hard to think in these situations, but
Okay, let me be fair. The information she's giving is actually pretty decent. I mean, it is useful. It is very distracting now that we're watching it because of the whole bird hand thing. I do think it's kind of distracting, but I mean, what she's saying is fair.
you need to calm yourself down. So
Sorry.
Why is he doing that? Shout out for sure, y'all. Thank y'all so much, everybody. Yes, own a gun. Just own a gun. I mean, but even with the motion sensor lights and the having your key fob upstairs, I mean, those are very smart. I mean, the whole thing with the phone, that was kind of complex, but those are very useful tools. But it's just the bird hand thing is kind of easy work. Anyway, y'all, thank y'all so much for rocking with us today. Thank you so much for this weekend, for checking out what we were doing. I appreciate y'all liking and subscribing, sharing and commenting, all that kind of good stuff. It goes very far to help out. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Right. The way she was delivering it was kind of painful. Like, I agree. If she wasn't doing that, I think it would be very helpful. But I do want to say thank y'all so much. I got a couple videos dropping today. It'll be later on this afternoon. I am going to go run to the store and I'm going to go pick up Chief Executive Second Born for a dentist appointment. So everybody, please have a fantastic rest of the day. I really appreciate y'all. I'll see you all real soon. Grace and peace. Take care. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Jay Witt Podcast. If you enjoyed today's show, please do me a favor and hit me up with that 3-piece special. Like the video, subscribe, and of course, share it with somebody who would also enjoy this type of content. And make sure you leave a comment because I do pin the best comments to the top. So thank you so much for tuning in today. And until next time, everybody, grace and peace.